So special. So, Grams, I wrote down specifically the lessons that you've taught me.
Oh,
Um, and I want to list them, but kind of go through each one individually and kind of discuss why you've taught me them and what you think. So the first, I'll list them first. So the first one is gratitude. The second lesson is learning, be a constant lifelong learner.
mhm.
The third is self care. The fourth is forgiveness. And the fifth is it will always be okay. I, you know,
That's
so those are kind of the main lessons that I truly feel like you've taught me throughout my life. And let's go back to the first one, which is gratitude. I really I really admire how whenever life gets tough, whether it's what we've been going through with this pandemic or if there's some family crisis going on, you always just say, well, look at what you have and look at what is really working, though, in your life. This might seem like it's really, really difficult right now, but look at all the beauty, though, that's also with you. And can you kind of explain also your kind of ritual, I guess, of gratitude? And have you, do you write down gratitude lists?
I
I forget.
do actually. It's
Yes.
interesting that you say that because that is one of the things that I don't necessarily have a long list, but I have a place where I will write down. And I have so much to be. In fact, one of them is right now. Our dog is at the door because she doesn't like the fact that I'm here. I'm so
Oh,
grateful to have our little dog.
Greta.
Here she comes. Yeah.
Hi,
Let me
Greta.
let her say hi to you.
Yeah, let's see Greta. Hello, Miss Greta.
So,
Oh,
isn't she fun? Yeah.
she's so cute.
So anyway, Nina, I think gratitude is something that particularly I've always realized how fortunate I am in life. Again, as
Mm,
I told you about my upbringing, and also just the fact that I live in a beautiful state, and I
yeah,
have this financially, I can pretty much do what I want. We're not wealthy, obviously, but I've never been had a great number of needs. So, and I find it particularly interesting now during pandemic times when there is a kind of a desire for us to feel say, oh my God, is this ever going to be ever? We can go on with all the things that we don't like about it. So that's when and that's when reading or watching the news is all I need to do. All I
yeah,
need to do. And there's, oh my gosh, this could be something that would happen. And even tonight, watching weather things that have happened and
yeah,
people who have had their entire life wiped out by a tornado or something. So I guess the response to that is enjoy, appreciate what you have with gratitude, and also understand that those things can change very quickly, and they do,
mm,
many people. And so always kind of keep yourself grounded enough to know that if that happens, you will go on. You will figure out how to make the best. And and the older we get, the more losses we have,
yeah,
and those are always um, incredibly sad. Um, but by the same token, we still have our daily life to be grateful for. So
yeah.
that's kind of a response to that first one. That
I
first,
love that. It's so
yeah,
beautiful. Gratitude. So the second one is lifelong learning. Always just be
yeah,
eager to learn. And I think this is something that I strongly believe connects us the most,
I do too.
actually, our relationship. Whenever we talk on the phone, it's always most of the conversation um, revolves around something that I'm learning at my graduate school or my grandma's reading in her book club or something like that. But we're just natural learners. And I also think that comes with our ability to be really good listeners when
Uh,
talking to people, because I always see a conversation as a story and lesson. And therefore, if I'm able to listen and not talk as much, but listen, there's so much more that I'm learning and getting out of it. And I think that's sometimes hard for people because as humans, we really want to try to impress and be the one that has the most to say and always seem like we know the most. But I really have learned from you that sometimes the smartest person in the room is the one that's the quietest and is the one that's listening and asking the most questions. So, can you kind of go through? Well, I don't really know what to say about this one, but I guess what does education and learning really
well,
mean to you?
again, as you're talking, I'm thinking, look at your dad. He's been a perpetual learner. And look at
Yeah.
your auntie, a perpetual learner. And your grandpa, for gosh sake, if I could tell you all the different businesses that he has learned and done, it's just incredible. And so I think by example that I've kind of known that this is what makes me tick. And if I
Mm,
ever get to the point where I'm not interested in doing that, then I, I think that would be a very sad time for me. So
absolutely.
I'm not sure what motivates that, but I think part of it is just example of knowing that that works for people, and
Yeah.
the people that are usually depressed or down or upset about something is because they've lost that need in their life or that desire in their life to go forth. And
Mm,
and I think learning uh, kind of forces us to go forth. I mean,
yeah.
there's so much. There's another book to read. There's something
Always.
always that you could.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, I just finished reading a book about bullfighting. Now, I don't think that's what
Bullfighting.
I don't think. I don't think I'm going to go into that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. But I love like the topic